Welcome, guys. This is an interview I did with Hell Hades. It was an awesome time. We had a great time, but I screwed up. Totally lost all of his audio of this interview. It was like the dumbest thing. But I was able to, through some magic of computers and whatnot, I was able to find some of his sound from this. So I put together, I trimmed it down. I was able to put together, I think, enough for you guys to be able to follow this video. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Welcome. I'm the Deadwood Jedi. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video, and I'm very excited. We have a guest on our channel today. I've been friends with this guy for a while, basically since I've been starting this YouTube stuff. He's been very welcoming to me in the community, and I know you guys all know him because he's just super popular. And we're going to talk to him today about his new optimizer. I'm speaking, of course, of the one and only Hell Hades. Hell Hades, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you, Deadwood. It's great to be here. You're fantastic and my favorite person.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we always, I like to think we always have a great time just chatting and hanging out with each other. Anyway, we've done that a couple times on stream so far, but...
Yes, I remember every one of those. It is a fond memory of mine. I have pictures framed of us that I imagine we would look like together. Yes, it's great, really. Can't wait till next time.
Yeah, fully agree, fully agree. Well, hey, I know I don't want to waste everybody's watching time too much, and I don't want to waste yours because I know you're busy right now, especially since you're just putting out some new tools. You got your new website up, which is like just kind of spectacular. But I brought you on today because I wanted to talk about, well, tell the audience, I wanted to talk about this new tool that Hell Hades has on his website, this gear optimizer that I think is amazing and really can be a little bit game altering for people moving forward. But I wanted to bring you on, have you tell the people kind of a little bit about it, and like walk us through. Maybe we'll build a champion or something, or like do a little bit of playing around, but not spend too long on it. But I really want to let people know, like, this tool's amazing, guys. I'm like fanboying over here about it, honestly. But yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about this the optimizer you have?
Yeah, sure. So the optimizer, it's on my website, hellhades.com. You see it right there. This is a tool that we've helped develop that I'm really excited about. I feel like it's going to very much help the community do more with their stuff. And it's a little bit mind-blowing, the possibilities that this has as far as developing your champions, maximizing them. And we got a whole team working with me. I'm not doing this alone. I wouldn't know the first thing of how to do that alone. So I'm not really computer savvy. In fact, I honestly feel a bit inferior sometimes when I'm talking to you, Deadwood, because you look so good and you're so smart. But I'm trying to go past that right now. Let's not focus on that. What I do want to focus on, obviously, is this optimizer and the possibilities it can do. I mean, I've been playing around with it a bunch on stream. We've been finding different ways to get our champions built, and it pulls in gear from all over your account, and you really just make an amazing team as a result, because it doesn't, you find really that you don't need to be in the same sets for your gear to have build yourself a good team. I'm finding crazy crit damage, honestly.
I was watching on stream the other day, finding 300 crit damage on I think your Royal Huntsman or something like that. I found this to be actually really helpful for myself doing takeover accounts, because I'm going in accounts where I don't have the knowledge base of their gear. Like for my account, I usually know, I would say at least half of the gear that I have, right? I know some of the better pieces, but when I go into a fresh account, I have no idea what they have. I have no idea what's leveled up or like maxed out, and using this has been great, just finding stuff. Using it on my own account, I've been able to find a whole bunch of gear that I was muling on champions that I got in my vault for like, the past year and a half.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's been super helpful.
Yeah, well, that's great. I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying attention. I got kind of stuck looking into your eyes. They're beautiful, they're mesmerizing, they're wonderful. I'd rank them, I think, your eyes, slightly above mine. I know Mrs. H loves mine, but personally, I'd rather have yours. In fact, if I could, I'd love to steal your hat and your eyes and make it a part of me. And I feel like that would make me just like the top top perfect content creator, which is kind of like what happens with gear, and the optimizer really shows that you can mix and match.
Well, you know, that is something I don't think we realize enough. Because I've heard every content creator before I even started, like, you don't have to find stats. You can use mixed set pieces and stuff. But actually seeing it play out before you is such a different thing when all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm getting the same numbers with regardless of the set pieces. Why don't I do that every time? Why don't we rebuild my my campaign farmer? That seems like a solid place to start.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this optimizer. There's so many things you can do. Once you upload your team into the optimizer, you can see all your champions right there, and you can go ahead and lock out certain champions that you have builds that you like. Because at a certain point, we find that there's builds that we're just really happy with, and we don't want to touch it, like our clan boss team or our speed champions for arena. And you can go ahead and just lock those champions out, and so that way the optimizer won't factor them in. You can also search for champions just by typing their name in, as you can see right there, and it can also rank your gear, as you can see there on the side. If you want, you can just filter your gear, and so you can select different pieces, like only unequipped pieces, right? And then you can rank it by speed if you want to, and you can find the fastest pieces that you have. For example, you can order it, so there's a little speed set, and you can order it by speed within that set. And you can even order which slot you're looking for. So if I'm looking for the fastest weapon that's unequipped, I now know it's this piece right here. And then if you're trying to optimize your artifacts, you just go in, hit the optimization, and then you can choose which type of presettings we have. And these have changed already as we've gotten more and more information of how best to use the optimizer. So we have 7 seconds farmer here, like if we're going to redo your Bellower, that would be a great way to do that. You select that and it gives you a preset option that has a lot of the sliders already indicated. So you can set the minimum requirements for different parts of your kit, the maximum requirements, or a soft cap. And there's a lot of details to this, so you can watch some of my videos to figure out how the best way to go about doing that is. But you can see, depending on where you put the sliders, the importance of them will be factored in. You can just go ahead, go to the slots as well, and you can unclick certain slots. Like I find not clicking the jewelry helps it find things faster. Or if you have a great crit damage glove you want to keep, you can just unclick that as well. But looking at all that, you can choose different sets you want to use or exclude. And right now it chooses 6 pieces within that set, but you can use that to find the 4 of the best pieces you want out of that 6, equip them, and then re-upload your team, and it find the last 2 pieces. So it's a great way still to find like a lifesteal set on your champion, and you can always filter it as well by the artifact level. So this won't look at anything below level 8, for example, and do that as well. So lots of ways to make your search better, and then you use the limiter here, and this will look at for the best pieces of artifact within each set. So the more slots that you have equipped are the more sets or more pieces you're looking at. So that basically each one is like adding another power to the possible champion or possibilities of things you're going to roll. So that's why unequipping some of it will make this move a lot faster. So with this, we could probably look at like the best 10 or so, 11, and then we estimate it, and without too much time wasting, it'll give us what it feels is the best build for a 7-second campaign farmer. And you can look and click view, and you can see each individual piece that is being selected, who it's equipped by, and what it would do for us as far as putting it on of our champions. So in each one's going to be just a little bit different, as you can see the totals right here as well. So I'm really proud of this tool, and I'm really looking forward to what can come later on, as we can potentially incorporate other things to this, like we have gear sorting. Eventually we'll be able to do like perhaps gear grading, so you'll be able to rank your gear, or see others' ranks, or at the very least be able to see what pieces we feel are the best pieces. And so there's lots of potential to be able to use this in different facets of the game.
Okay, well, cool. I think we have everything set here, so I'm going to go ahead and optimize it, and we'll see what we kind of come up with. Now, okay, search limiter came up. What should I be looking for that? Because right now it's at 0, or it's at 6. I might have moved to 0.
So you might want to move it up or down, depending on if you don't select your jewelry, then you can do probably about 10 pieces, and it usually gives you pretty good results. But the more you choose, the longer it takes is going through more gear. And so it's looking for the number of best pieces per gear slot. So limiting the gear slots makes it a lot faster, Otherwise, you're just looking through millions of pieces. And that's really the difference. Looking between millions of pieces and looking through hundreds or thousands of pieces. And make a big difference.
I do like how it gives you like kind of a time estimate. We had it on. I had those in accidentally because I had left, and then it was like I was like, okay, how many? And it was like I had 13 selected, and it said about 21 minutes. I was like, that's a little too long. So by taking the jewelry off, actually, I already have it on like 27. It says it'll be nearly instant. So we're able to expand.
Yeah, I mean, it'll start putting up stuff right away. But yeah, choosing those different things can really make a big difference. I mean, if you're just looking for crit gloves, for example, you could put like 500 pieces on, and it'll happen almost instantly as it'll look through everything. But yeah, it depends what you're trying to select, and the more slots, the longer it takes, and it can be pretty expensive.
All right, well, let me go ahead and start this. We'll see how this goes here. And you guys can see it already begins populating pretty much right away. The estimate, so we're already getting results. It does take a little bit to get all the results, obviously, but we see stuff almost immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it has to go through all that gear, and it's pretty impressive. And the longer you give it, the better the results are going to be as you look through more gear pieces. But just let it go over and over, and
it's showing me things like 320 crit damage, and I'm like losing my mind a little bit. I'm beginning to sweat. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. My stomach hurts now. That's an incredibly strong. That's way stronger than I would normally have on my team. On anybody, I think that would be my highest crit damage champion. That's crazy that I even have that gear.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty insane what it comes up with for you. If you need, I could give you a belly rub. I'm very good at those. Make you feel a little bit better about having that kind of crit damage on your champion. Because I've champions like that, and I felt bad in the sweating. Yeah. Sweating, it helps. The belly rubs keeps you better.
So, guys, real quick before I get carried away here, I think the most important thing is we're talking about this optimizer tool is to actually let you know how to get it. So, getting access to this, you're going to want to go to hellhades.com. That is his website. This is what we're on right now. This is actually, if we go to the front page, you can see it right here. This is the front page of this website, which is great. It has lots of tools, lots of stuff. You definitely want to check it out. But if you're looking for the optimizer tool, you want to go to the membership, click that membership tab, and then if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see Hell Hades, as you described, all these different tiers of membership, basically. And if my understanding is correct, as long as you're uncommon and above, you get access to this beta version of the optimizer.
Yeah, so when you go to the website, if you go to the membership and go down to Raid Optimizer, you can sign up for different tiers. And there's tiers for everyone. They break down as common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. And basically whatever tier you get at, you get access to more things that we're doing on the website. And the optimizer right now is just available to those uncommon tier and above. Because we need... Honestly, there's just so much feedback we're getting from the community, and I'm very excited about that. But there's also a lot of questions, and as we're continuing to develop it, we don't have the capacity to answer everybody's questions and give feedback. We'll be able to help everyone through it, handhold them as they're learning the tool, and I'm still learning the tool myself. So we have to kind of limit it. A little bit.
That's such a big thing. I remember when I brought up my first calculator out, I was doing nothing but answering questions for at least the first couple months, and I still answer questions about it all the time. And I know using your tool the first time, I was using it on stream, and you actually had to come in and kind of like coach me through a little bit of it just to get started. I needed that little bit of help initially. So yeah, actually, I totally understand limiting the player base right now for it, just because being able to respond to that stuff, that's really time and labor intensive on its own. But we have a button down there for comments in live, question and answering. I mean, we're really trying to build a community. Like, even I'm answering questions, but we're trying to build this as a community for people to come comment on the guides, the
Nice.
tiers, the champion builds, everything. We also want to make sure part of this is definitely available for the entire community without having to pay anything, right? So for those free-to-play players, there is going to be something that's available here. That common tier, we're going to make the front part of the optimizer available to everybody. So, some of the speed sorting, the gear sorting, some of the champion aspects of the optimizer will be available for everyone. And as we develop this further, there's obviously going to be more aspects of the optimizer that are available for the community. That's fantastic. That's great. I know for myself, God, I can tell you when I was first playing, I would have loved something like this to help me sort my gear. It would have been so much nicer. Really would have been a huge time saver. And that's great. I mean, these are things that you think would be in the game itself, the player would do, but I guess we'll do it for you, basically here. And so that can be something that's definitely useful for everyone. And it's a pretty easy tool to get your hands on and use. So I'm very excited about it. See where it gets to, and we have more ideas coming down as we constantly get feedback from the community. The best ideas are coming from you, Deadwood Jedi. I really appreciate that because you're king. That's fantastic. That's going to be great. And I mean, I don't know, like you mentioned, I know we talked about this being beta, like you're still developing stuff, but like all this, this tool is such an awesome foundation upon which to build, and the possibilities of other things you can do are so numerous with this. So I kind of look at something like this as like a Kickstarter almost, I mean, I think that's right on point. We have all these ideas of things we want to do with this tool, with the optimizer. I mean, we actually built a bit of a roadmap. We had this list of things we wanted to do and put together, and then we got feedback from the community, and all of a sudden it grew into this huge list. And just exploded on us. And, we're like, well, wow, we want to do all these things, but it's so much. We got a full team working on this now, but it's so many things. It's just ridiculous. Obviously, we want to do them. I mean, they're great ideas, but, it just takes time. So we're going to hopefully get these out pretty regularly. Yeah, man. Hey, thank you so much for answering my stupid questions, for hanging out with me today, for showing us your calculator. I think it is just an amazing, amazing tool. Just so everybody knows, too, I will have links to the calculator down below. I'm gonna have that down below on the in the description of this video. I'll have it in a pinned comment of this video. So make sure to go check out his website. His website, by the way, is awesome, independent of this thing. It's got a lot of stuff in there. It's got a variety of different articles talking about the game, giving advice and stuff. He's got links to the other games that he works on. He's got all of his social stuff's on here, and he's got things like arena, guides. He's got champion tier lists. He's got faction war tier lists, gear stuff. A lot of this stuff is really useful for you guys, and links to a lot of these calculators too. He's got a link to my calculator on here as well if you're looking for trying to find a clan boss and how to make all that stuff work. So. And there's a link to his website on my website as well. I'll make that in the next week or two. I'm going to make that a little bit more prevalent and easy to access. But there's a lot of wonderful information on here, guys. So definitely worth checking out. It's one of my few bookmarks for this game that I have is Hell Hades.
Well, thank you.
You can actually, they can actually see it. It's right up here. Matter of fact, it's being shown right now. But hey, man, thank you so much for coming on, and I'm really looking forward to see where this tool gets you. And gets to. I've been enjoying using it quite a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, my pleasure. I love talking to you. I wish I could see you in person. I kind of stalk you online, and I really, really appreciate what you do for me personally just being there, someone beautiful to look at and listen to. You have a very soothing voice, and it helps me go to sleep. So thank you.
Fantastic. Well, you heard it now, guys. Go ahead and spam him with your emails and questions and
Wait.
opinions.
If you have questions, send them through Deadwood.
Well played, sir. Well played. All right, man. Thank you for coming on, brother. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. As always, if you enjoyed this, hit that subscription button. We're going to be trying to do more of these. We're going to try and get more and more of the content creators, the people that you know and love on here, ask them some stupid questions, and talk to them about the game that we all enjoy playing. But yeah, many thanks to Hell Hades for coming on today. And till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.